Thank you for checking my review and figure comparison of the new Hasbro Marvel Legends Warlord Professor X, a Walmart exclusive X-Men action figure. How can you give Warlord a pointing hand so he can make his telepathy gesture? For Kitbash, how does the Warlord look like using the other Hasbro Marvel Legends Professor X heads and hands? How does the figure scale with 1/12 scale, 6-inch scale, and 7-inch scale figures? The first appearance of Professor X in the Warlord costume is in Uncanny X-men number 275, art by Jim Lee. To the surprise of the X-Men, after a battle with the Imperial Guard, the Warlord of Lilandra is revealed to be Professor X. Looking at the brand new head sculpt, one thing I noticed is the eyes, which is all white. It's somewhat hidden from afar, but if you look closely, it's actually there with some inkjet printing. There is some kind of cell shading which matches how the art of Jim Lee was colored, wherein there are light blue or baby blue marks on this metallic silver plastic. In the comments below, let me know if you like this method applied by Hasbro with blue paint on the shiny silver plastic to match the comic book art. Hope you give this video a like also. There are brushstrokes of light blue paint on that necklace and his shoulder pads. In terms of the back, there is no light blue paint. It's all shiny metallic silver. But there are sculpted lines around the neck. The body mold is a black plastic with some painted details. These blue lines are not sculpted on, they're just painted on. The pattern is comic book accurate, side by side with the Jim Lee art. Hasbro did pay attention to the source material. Unlike what they did for the House of X Professor X, there are no sculpted lines or painted lines on his black plain body to match the comic book art. The Warlord's cape is blue with some light wash on the folds. He has double jointed pinless elbows and double jointed pinless knees as well. At the bottom of his feet is the trademark marble and a peg hoe for each feet. For accessories, he comes with a pair of open palm expressive hands. Nothing special here, just plain black. The hands can hinge forward and back. The second pair of alternate hands is a pair of closed-faced hands. All black plastic. Same deal here, it can hinge forward and back as well. This gives us a total of 4 hands. In addition to the 4 hands, we have a unmasked head, a smiling head. I assume this is based on this art. Of course, with a black plastic neck with flesh painted on, the flesh won't match. He has photoreal eyes or inkjet printed eyes and the lips with a raised eyebrow. In the comments below, let me know if you are adding this Warlord action figure to your collection. Thank you for checking this review. Hope you stick around for the second part.
I'm Tuggernaut!
Professor X comparison. On the left, 2021 House of X. Middle, 2024 Warlord. Lastly, 2019 Ultimate Riders. The House of X Professor X has a darker shade of silver plastic compared to Warlord. There are no cell shading for the House of X helmet. From the back, there is a lot of sculpted details for the House of X helmet. Hasbro did a really good job with this helmet. The other one doesn't have much sculpted details from the back. In terms of their body, it seems in the Shi-ar, Professor X has been working out. So he has bulkier, more defined muscle. Probably the armor is sculpted in a way that he has large muscles. The biceps and triceps are definitely bigger. So are the thigh muscles. Double jointed pinless elbows for Warlord, while House of X has pins. A closer look at the thigh muscles of the Warlord. You can see it's larger than House of X. Warlord has a lower cap swivel, unlike House of X, which does not have. Going over to the number of hands, both Warlord and House of X has 4 total hands. The difference though is the Warlord has 2 expressive open palm hands, while House of X has only 1, but we can say that the other pointy hand is expressive too. Warlord does not have that telepathy type of gesturing hand. House of X has another pointing hand, which is for the left hand, unlike Warlord, which just comes with 2 closed fist hands. House of X has a weapon holding hand as well. Later, I will do a kit bash of the hands and head. Same total count of hands for Warlord and House of X, which is 4. Same is true for the head. Warlord comes with this smiling alternate head. House of X has this effect head telepathy. Moving forward to the Ultimate Rider's Wave Professor X, he does not come with an alternate head, but the Cerebro helmet is removable, giving you a Professor X without a helmet. The psychic effect here, which is somewhat a cloud, is removable too. And now you have both Professor X without any helmet. The Ultimate Rider's Wave Professor X does not come with any alternate hands, only 1 telepathy hand and an open palm hand. But he does come with a big hover chair. In terms of alternate hands and heads, Warlord and House of X is in the lead, but they don't have a big hover chair just like this. To give the Ultimate Rider's Professor X a different facial expression, let's do a kit bash using the smiling gesture Warlord. In my opinion, this head sculpt is a bit creepy. I'm not sure if it's the too much makeup or the raised eyebrow. Here is the Ultimate Rider's head sculpt on the Warlord body, so we can get rid of that creepy looking smile. You can see or you can smell what the Professor X is cooking with those raised eyebrows. If this kit bash is helpful, hope you leave this review a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Swapping over the House of X head on the Warlord body, it seems to be just the right size. Unlike the Warlord head on the House of X body, it looks extremely huge. I'm not sure, is it because he's not wearing shoulder pads? But it does not look right. It is actually worse if you use the smiling head. I don't know guys, this really looks bad. Especially when he's trying to point his finger at someone. Warlord using the House of X telepathy hands or any of the hands, it feels like he's wearing long sleeves because of how thin the House of X hands are. It can work from afar, but if you look closely, it feels like he's wearing a separate long sleeves black spandex. Using the other set of hands from the House of X, here is Warlord with a weapon holding hand holding the scepter of Lilandra. In the comments below, let me know which of the kit bash is your favorite. Do you think this head is really creepy with that smile? Despite of that, I hope you consider giving this review a like and subscribing to my channel. The Walmart exclusive Marvel Legends Warlord action figure stands 16.5 cm or 6.5 inch tall with the helmet on. Without the helmet, Warlord Professor X is 16 cm or 6.3 inch tall. According to the Impel trading card, Professor X is 6 feet tall. For a 6-inch scale figure, 6.3 inches more or less means 6 feet tall male person. 1/12 size comparison with Medicom Toy Mafex Brown Costume Wolverine and Magneto. The good thing about Mafex is the cloth cape. Putting on the Warlord head sculpt on the Magneto body, you can see all the good things that you can do with the cloth cape. In my opinion, a wired cloth cape would look better with the Warlord. 6-inch scale loose collector ladies Darna, a Filipina Wonder Woman, and She. If you are a fellow Filipino, I hope you consider giving your kabayan here a like and subscribing to this channel. For the 1 billionth time, here we have Deadpool and Wolverine from the Deadpool Legacy Collection. Next we have is the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man and Carnage, which I reviewed first here in the channel. Next we have X-Men 97 Wolverine and X-Men 97 Cyclops, which is in the Vulcan body mode, the regular male body mode. X-Men 97 ladies, we have Jean Grey and X-Men 97 Rogue. X-Men 97 Goblin Queen and Magneto. Some Professor X comparisons. Next we have from the 80th anniversary of Marvel, Warbird and Scar, which I reviewed first here in the channel as well. Also reviewed first, Venom from the movie Venom Let There Be Carnage and Man-Thing from the movie Werewolf by Night. Besides Lilandra and Brood Wolverine from the 50th anniversary of Wolverine 2-pack. Continuing with the intergalactic characters, we have Corsair and the Build-A-Figure Chod. Next we have from the Imperial Guard, Fang and Gladiator from the SDCC exclusive box set. Ready for battle is the Uncanny X-Men number 275 roster featuring Gambit, Banshee, Psylocke, Wolverine, Jubilee, Storm, and Forge. In the comments below, let me know if you prefer the gold armor and purple cape look of Warlord, which is similar to how he looks in the X-Men 97 show, or do you prefer this black silver, which is in the interiors of Uncanny X-Men number 275. 6-inch scale versus 7-inch scale size comparison, beginning with Marvel Legends Rogue and Marvel Select 7-inch scale Rogue. Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Apocalypse and the 7-inch scale Marvel Select Apocalypse. Marvel Legends 80 years anniversary Hulk and the Marvel Select Hulk. For an extra large family reunion, we have the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Juggernaut, Toy Biz Juggernaut, Marvel Universe Juggernaut, and the 7-inch scale Marvel Select Juggernaut. For packaging, the Walmart exclusive Warlord Professor X comes in the retro card back packaging with art on the side. Here is a retro art with a short read up. Pause it right now if you want to have a read. On the side is somewhat a digital render of the action figure Warlord Professor X, some legalities and warnings at the bottom. With a nostalgic retro card back packaging, this figure is perfect for in-box collectors. You can see the figure and all of its accessories clearly. The plastic cape looks great as it is perfectly still. For articulation, the head without the helmet can move from side to side without any hindrance, can look up that far, and he can look down that much as well. Unlike the head with the helmet, he has difficulty looking up at all. He can look down, he can move from side to side. His arm can extend that far. Some hindrance from the shoulder pad, so he cannot do a full 360 there. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. His wrist can swivel and can hinge forward and back. He can crunch forward that far. He can crunch backward with some hindrance from his plastic cape. He has a waist swivel. He can do a split. He has a upper thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees. He has a lower calf swivel right here. Ankle rocker, can hinge forward and back. My final thoughts. It's an okay figure. The head sculpt with the helmet is really outstanding. I don't like the smiling head sculpt that much. I wish he had cloth cape. so it allows him to do some dramatic poses. A must add if you want to complete the Uncanny X-Men 275 roster. Then again, it's the wrong colors based on the cover. This is his costume inside the comic book. So do you smell a repaint? Probably is. Hasbro must be thinking of making a repainted version of this to match the Disney Plus show and the Uncanny X-Men 275 cover. Thank you to Payaso Diorama for the diorama, link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review useful. Hope you share it with your friends. Give this review a like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. For the figures I used in this review, I will leave a link in the description as well. Have a good day and hope to see you in the next one.